talk elbow pain, common problem, overuse injury for a lot of people, whether it's some kind of sporting activity or something at work, a lot of typing, a lot of gripping, is usually where we see the problems show up because the muscles are overused. Some of them need to be stretched, some of them need to be strengthened, others need to be stripped. So let me explain. Number one, start at the source. So you need a cervical x-ray because what controls your elbow? The nerves coming out of your neck. So if you have damage here, it could very well be causing your elbow issue, wrist problem, shoulder problem, but we have this backwards. We'll oftentimes, in our current medical model, treat where the pain is instead of going to the source. Go to the root of the tree, not the fruit of the tree. If you haven't had that analyzed, contact us. We'll make sure and find someone to do it for you. If you have, make sure you're addressing that regularly. And then work your way down and out. By getting to the elbow, 3 things you want to look for. Dr. Biagini, we'll be looking at stretching, number one. So the same stretches for the wrist are the same stretches for the elbows, so you'll want to extend. And this extension is stretching all the muscles and tendons all the way up to the elbow. That's a good one just to get, and you'll feel it all the way to the elbow area to extend those out. Not a lot of extension that we get, so that's a good one. 10-second holds. Flexion of that wrist, same thing, stretching the muscles on the top of the arm that attach to the elbow. 10-second holds. Number 3, thumb in your hand and then stretch it away. This would be that brachioradialis muscle all the way up to the elbow as well. Again, 10-second holds. Very tender area for a lot of people, that is. There's your stretching. Some of you need to do that. Others need to strengthen. So from a strengthening position with the elbow, you can do gripping exercises with like a ball that you would grip, although there's not a lot of gripping that's needed for people. A lot of times it's more extending, which we use a rubber band for. So a rubber band around all fingers will really help to activate the muscles. You can literally see and feel the muscles moving in this area right up here if you look closely and do this. So that's working the muscles that attach right to that elbow. This is a common area of overuse because of all the gripping and or twisting, swinging, that kind of thing that we do. So this extension exercise, you can double up the rubber band if you need to around all the fingers. Primarily, I consolidate that to just all fingers. If you have wrist issues, go ahead and go to the wrist video, which will show you some alterations for specifically targeting the wrist, but you can probably go with all fingers as far as extension to help strengthen that area. Not a lot of grip usually needed, a lot more extension needed. So stretching, strengthening, final is stripping. Stripping is to strip a muscle that's been overused to get the inflammation out of it and to get the muscle to relax. So you're working tendons and muscles. Something as simple as we have a highlighter. You could use a pen, you could use a pencil, something wooden, a wooden dowel. You can use end of a butter knife, the backside of a butter knife. Anything hard that you can use to strip up the muscle towards the heart to run all the way to that elbow. And sometimes you can even have someone do it for you. You can do it yourself. But you're trying to just roll right over those muscles and strip over the top of them. If you have a lot of irritation in there, it should be very tender to do. That's okay. Don't hurt yourself, but that's a good sign as far as just stripping it to get that muscle to rest and relax finally. So stretching and strengthening oftentimes won't help this condition. It isn't until you strip it that it finally relaxes because it's so overused. So stretching it, strengthening it, stripping it, that's how you take care of that elbow. Again, get the testing from the neck all the way down. You may also have a position, your elbow may be out of joint. It can be adjusted by a chiropractor that knows what the heck they're doing as well to put that into place. Otherwise, you're trying to rehab something that's essentially out of place and broken in the first place. So you got to know someone that knows what they're doing. So comment below if you need help with that. Otherwise, there's your solution to the elbow.